You're a child and you arrive at your grandmother's house full of excitement. You walk in the front door and you can immediately smell the enchanting aroma of cookies baking in the oven. You run to the kitchen in anticipation of the delicious treat and to long at last see your dear old lovely grandmother. She's at her stove with her back to you. You walk up and tug on her apron and say, "Grandma, Grandma, it's me." She turns around to greet you, but it's not your grandmother at all. It's Frito-Lay CEO, Vivek Sarankin. He looks you square in the face and says, "There is no grandma. It's all a sham." You run out of the house screaming in terror. Forever scarred by that day, you learn to hate the world. You grow old, bitter, and alone, a miserable, sad sack of a human being. To your dying day, you blame the cookies and the fake corporate grandmother drawn onto the package for stealing your innocence, destroying your ability to trust others. On your deathbed, you make your only son promise that he will burn Frito-Lay North America Incorporated to the ground. But he won't because he hates you. Thanks a lot, Grandma's Cookies. You tried it! You tried that! We're back, better than ever. I'm Nick Novak with my pal Shad Hancock.
Howdy.
Nick Geiger.
Hello there.
And we're a snacking podcast where we try snacks both new and old. So
We are? Oh, shit.
Or are we a podcast that advocates burning all corporations to the ground?
I thought we were an anarchist podcast.
I mean, I'm in favor of that. So, you know.
I do a bunch of research to find out. I usually, before writing these intros, try to figure out where and when these companies started. And I was a little upset to find that there was no grandma behind Grandma's Cookies. I mean, it made total sense,
Right.
But do you guys have any... Did you have a grandmother who made you cookies and like a movie-style grandmother like that?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, different reactions. Yeah. I actually saw my grandma today, and she sent me home with a tin of cookies. So
You did?
it's very topical of you.
What kind of cookies, and were they any good?
Peanut butter kisses. So they're like peanut butter cookies with a Hershey's Kiss in the middle. Oatmeal, which
good.
I don't really fucks with oatmeal. And then, yeah, that was it. But they're very good. Oh, she gave me a bunch of leftover Christmas cookies too. She makes a ton of Christmas cookies, so I had some of that left over as well.
She gave you 2-month-old cookies?
They're in the freezer. They freeze.
Oh, okay. Here, take my stale 2-month-old cookies. That's how much I value you as a grandson.
They're actually from 2009.
They're actually from the very first Christmas when Christ was born, 2000 whatever years
It's
ago.
hardtack and eel. I don't know what they ate.
What? Yes, the three wise men brought him eel.
Salted cod
And whatever.
hardtack.
Yeah.
Unleavened bread.
And potted meat. Did she see these grandma's cookies hanging out of your pocket and just lose her shit?
Yeah, right. Well, the thing about this podcast is I carry all the snacks we're going to eat in my pockets at all times, so I can
Right,
always
of
record.
course.
No, actually, as we'll get into a little bit later, I opened these right in front of her at Christmas, so it was like right in her face. And as I opened them from a friend of ours, I was like, "Oh, thank God, some real cookies from an actual grandma!" And I whipped them onto the table.
Which you then took a piss all over and said, "Oh, this is the only thing that can make your cookies good is if I piss on them because they're dry as shit."
Man.
Wow, okay. Middle of Christmas, I whipped out my dick and I was like, "Time to piss on
That's
Grandma's
right.
cookies." And she's like, "Nicholas, that's not necessary."
You're a shitty grandson. It's really
Yeah.
took a turn for the worse.
And then I was like, "Where's my fucking presents?" And she's like, "You pissed on them. Like, these cookies are my gift." And I threw them at her.
You're too old.
It was kind of a rough Christmas.
Too old to be acting that way.
My grandma, I know. Give me some real cookies. No, she's an excellent baker. I don't have to worry that she'll ever listen to this. She has not touched a computer a day in her life, so I'm not concerned, but still.
We're also going to be trying some Blaze Doritos today, and reminded me of a story that a guy you were recently relating about how, I don't know, were you volunteering to be a fireman, or you just there was some kind of training?
Oh, no.
Like fun training class you were going through?
Yeah, well, so what that story was is that I went to school for journalism, so I was going to be a journalist.
As every fireman story starts.
Right.
That explains why you're Mr. Words.
Yeah. I was cracking the stories that deserve to be told, like if I like Cool Ranch Doritos or not. So here I am, guys, fulfilling my life stream. No, so there was the local. My only actual journalism job outside of writing for my school newspaper was I wrote for this like small town community paper in like Heartland, Wisconsin. And they had their local fire department was doing some drills. And my grandfather, actually the guy who was married to the grandmother I just talked about, was a firefighter like his whole life. And he had to retire because he hurt his knee real bad. He like fell through it was in a burning building and the floor caved underneath him and he like tore his knee up real bad. And that was back in the day when they couldn't really repair stuff like that. Yeah, so he was like a hardcore fireman. And so I wanted to write a story about it. And they're like, well, why don't you come out? You can be part of, so they had like an old house that was going to be torn down anyway. So the fire department bought it for cheap and just used it for practice. They cut a hole in the ceiling to practice different techniques. And they were going to, you could damage it. Who cares? Like they're just going to tear it down anyway. So like you come out and be part of the training class, you put on all the gear and all that kind of stuff. And you can write about it. And it was actually, I was like, oh, that sounds cool. So first off, they put on, it felt like 120 pounds worth of shit. That tank and the coat and the hat. And
you at the time weighed about 110, so.
Oh, at the time, 110 with the strength of someone who weighed about 80 pounds. And these are all these burly firefighters who are laughing at me trying to get it on. And I was like, fuck you. No, that's why I solve all problems.
Pissed on their fire truck.
Fuck you. Pissed on their fire truck. Like, save that. You need it to put out the fire.
Just piss on everything that you don't understand.
I'm constantly drinking water in case I get mad.
You really are the R. Kelly of this podcast. Too soon? Too soon?
Right.
Too soon?
Yeah. Very topical, yeah. So the way they do it is, so they had like a smoke machine in the house. So you can't see shit. Like it is complete smoke. And in those situations, what they had us do is get on all fours. You grab the ankle of the guy in front of you, and someone behind me would grab my ankle, and then you walk, like you crawl around the edges of each room. So you keep one hand on the wall, and the other hand kind of like on the ankle and kind of shuffle forward. And then you, at some point after you do a perimeter, then you try to like make concentric circles and hold your hand out to see if you can like find out if anyone's in there. But part of it is because you can't see anything, they stop periodically and do roll calls, and you're supposed to shout out your number. So I was supposed to remember the number in my helmet or something, and I didn't fucking remember that. So they're like, 41 here, 62 here, 42. 42, and some guy yelled behind me, goes, "That's you!" And I go, "Yeah, 42's here." And they're like, "Oh," you can tell they're like, "This fucking asshole." I'm trying to get my certification, so we're crawling around. I not remember. So then I'm like, "Oh shit, I got to remember 42." And it is disorienting. It's super high.
I'm absolutely shocked that you were bad with numbers.
No, you seriously, yeah, right. So we go up the stairs, and like. There's like they had like a dummy, like a fake body. It was kind of like a pillow shaped like a human that you can like pretend to rescue or whatever. So they're like, and I think they were, we had to secure all these rooms, and I'm a klutz, I don't know what I'm doing. And I think they were just also like, let's get this asshole out of here. So they're like, 42, take the body downstairs or however, like get him to safety. So I was supposed to like grab, like you were supposed to like tuck them under the shoulder and crawl and like drag them out of the room. The other thing they tell you is don't stand up and walk, because you can't see if there's any like low hanging doorways or on stairs, and you like knock yourself out. This won't become relevant. So I am sick of being in there. The breathing tank's hard to use. I feel like I can't breathe. I'm really hot. I'm like, I'm getting paid shit for this article. So I'm like, whatever. So I like got away from the group and like, no one can see me. It's smoky in here. So I just stand up and start walking down the stairs. And just clock my fucking self in the head on the stairwell and fall over in a heap. And they just hear crack, boom. I'm like, 42. I'm like, I'm good. And then I couldn't find the dummy, so I'm like feeling around in the smoke for it. Then I grab it, and I get to the front door thinking like, all right, I'm home free. And I walk out, just stride out, holding this dummy by the neck, and just hurl it onto the ground and rip my helmet off. And the fire chief is right by the door and goes, "Oh, so I guess he's dead, huh?" Like, just like grabbing a guy by the neck and just flinging him into the front yard. And he was laughing. I mean, he wasn't expecting me to be a good firefighter or whatever, but it definitely, I definitely respected what they do a lot more. But this probably will come as a shock to no one, but I would have made a horribly shitty firefighter.
There was another part of the story where you started yelling, "I can't breathe," and took an axe and just started swinging it around. One of the firemen's axes.
Yeah, blindly. They were like 42. And I was like, here, and I'm swinging around, and you hear a sick thud, and he goes 63, and just gurgling. Like, 63's dead. Yeah.
When you saw the smoke, that's when you knew you could get away with murder, because no one would know.
Well, and I became a true hero, though, because they ran out of water, and I just pissed until the house, the fire was put out. I just had enough saved in my urine.
That actually sounds really cool. Like, like, in all seriousness, I wanted to be a firefighter for like a really long time, and if I hadn't chosen my current profession of professional nerd, then like I really, really honestly believe I would have become a firefighter. And I don't know if that was because I just thought it would be like a really cool job, or if it was because I watched Ghostbusters a lot as a kid, and I thought if I was like a firefighter, maybe I'd get like a blowjob from a ghost or something.
What?
But either way, I'm super.
I don't remember that part of the movie.
You don't remember when Dan Aykroyd gets blown by a ghost?
But he wasn't
while
a
he's asleep in the
firefighter.
firehouse.
Right,
Well,
yeah.
but he was in a firehouse.
He was
good
in
enough,
a
right?
All I gotta do is get inside a firehouse, and then it's all blowjobs from there.
I'm just saying, I want that undead head. That's all.
Guy, you also didn't you like end up dating that dummy for a couple years afterwards?
I dated a couple dummies. I don't know if it was that specific one, but yeah, no, she was perfect for me. Lifeless, barely moved, didn't challenge me in any way.
Love to get whipped around by the neck.
Smoking hot. See what I did there?
It does sound like it would have been super fun. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was really cool. And again, especially because it was something that my grandfather had done. It was kind of neat to write about. And it was definitely a very cool experience. It was just, I was horrible. I don't ever want to do it after doing it again. But it was neat to learn about. And
how is this story different when you retold it to your grandfather?
He was dead at that time,
okay.
so I didn't. Yeah. So he's heard me tell this terrible story. Probably saw me from heaven just shaking his head, frowning at me.
So did they go for like really true full firefighter immersion? Whereas if you were in the middle of the smoke and you needed to go to the bathroom, then they would haul you down the hallway on a shit cart? Did that happen at all?
Yeah, and then they fed me Big Mac and some chicken McNuggets outside to give me fuel to fight the fire.
It does sound like a super fun experience, and probably was for you, but was terrible for everyone else who had to put up with your bullshit while you were there.
Yeah, it was definitely. I mean, it'd be one thing if they were like some embedded with like Anderson Cooper or something, but some asshole from the local shit rag that no one read. I was like, oh, awesome. I can't wait to read about my exploits in my mother's newspaper that no one else has seen.
42! Stop swinging the axe around.
42, look out.
42, put your dick away.
Yeah. I walked in there, zero pants. Just dick a splendor, swinging to and fro. That's what started the fire. It was my nuts running together.
And you were like, I've got a fire pole for you, am I right? And then they just hit you in the face with it.
And you were like, I watched Ghostbusters. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to need any pants in here.
yeah. They were like 42, and I was just wandering around the living room in a pile of smoke going, Slimer, just waving my dick around. Slimer.
It was definitely not Slimer that blew Dan Aykroyd.
Wow, you have a lot of lore about this one blowjob. I don't recall this part at all. Are you sure you weren't watching Nutbusters 2 instead of Ghostbusters 2?
I was watching This Ain't Ghostbusters, a XXX parody.
Yeah, Stay Puffed Cockmallow or
fair,
something was walking around.
I also remember that it was a attractive female ghost and not some crazy green monster blowing Dan Aykroyd.
I've never seen the movie, so I assumed Chad was making that up. Dan Aykroyd actually gets a blowjob from a ghost in this movie?
Yes.
I need to watch that. Oh, you have my interest, sir.
Slimer just eats hot dogs, not hot dicks. So there you go.
Okay. Again, a reference I'm assuming I would know if I watched the movie. Does Bill Murray get like fucked in the ass by a ghost or something? What else happens? Is this a porn? I thought it was like an action comedy.
Well, Geiger was in that Blaze, but we're gonna eat some Blaze Doritos today. So let's move on to our snacks. We use a 5-point scale to rate our snacks. It's a love dat, like dat, indifferent to dat, dislike dat, or hate dat. And we've had a lot of theme shows recently. We're kind of going back to our old roots and just trying some 3 different snacks that were sent to us by one of our great listeners. And Geiger, you know this listener best, so you want to give a shout out?
I do. Yeah, thanks to Des. She has become quickly one of our biggest fans and has sent us. This is actually at Christmas. She showed up at Christmas, as she is wont to do, and she gave us 2 episodes worth of snacks. So we'll be reviewing them upcoming here, and we very much appreciate it. And then sneak peek, she took a recent trip. We won't divulge where yet, but also provided some snacks from there. So much appreciated, Des. I'm glad she enjoys the show so much, and I hope she's still listening after all that hot Slimer talk we just had.
So let's just recap here. We've got at least 2 episodes worth of snacks from Des, and then we got 3 episodes worth of snacks from Adam in Australia. And the rest of you people listening to this podcast are fucking worthless. You're all dead to us, right? Did I miss anybody?
But there's still time.
Yes.
Back into our good graces.
Yeah.
Yeah, some podcasts have a Patreon. We just want you to send us free food.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Feed me.
All right, let's eat these Blaze Doritos. Have you guys eaten these before?
No. Are these supposed to be basically spicy? Is that the idea?
On the back, it says, it's a few sentences here: intense flavor eruption, cataclysmic crunch, amped up fiery heat, and it's like licking a volcano. So this seems right up your alley, Chad.
An intense flavor eruption sounds like what happened in Ghostbusters, apparently.
Ooh, just smelling them, it gets in your sinuses a bit. Ooh.
Yeah, I have a feeling you guys are going to hate these just based on temperature alone, but we'll see.
They smell a lot like a overdressed hot wing.
Ooh. Oh.
A bully.
Oh.
It's like
I've only eaten one. Ugh.
I don't think
it's about like a 5 count till it gets to you. Like you after the first crunch, it's about a 5 count till it hits you.
They're spicy, but they're not like.
They are spicy. They are spicy in a slightly uncomfortable way. It is a little too much, but I'm not choking on that. Like,
I don't know if it's like licking a volcano. It might be cataclysmic crunch, though.
You're not sure if it's like licking a volcano?
Oh.
I think if I licked a volcano, I'd probably die.
Ugh.
My face is full of molten lava.
I don't know. It depends on which part of the volcano. Like, the
That's
outside
true.
is fine. It's just dirt.
All right. Geiger, why don't you tell us what you think and give us a rating?
Doritos enjoy this because this will be the last reviewer that doesn't immediately start with, "This is a pile of dog shit." I like spice. I like Doritos. This is right up my alley. Oh boy. They, like I said, I think Novak described it okay. It's definitely a little, it's definitely on the back of your tongue right now. It's heat, and there's like a heat flavor there, but it's not like eye-wateringly horrible. I don't know what they're really supposed to taste like, I guess, is like, I'm trying to figure out what I'm tasting other than just like hot sauce, and I'm having a hard time figuring out what it is. Having said that, I keep wanting to eat more. I don't know, I think I just like the spice. And so I am actually going to give these a like that. I wouldn't say they're fantastic. It'd be a low like that, but I definitely want to eat the rest of the bag. And there's sometimes that doesn't happen for me. So I will. That's not true. I always want to eat all a bag of chips. But
Who are you kidding? You're Mr. Chip.
Right. Other than like spice and tomato, I really can't pick anything else out. But I do like them, so I will say like that. Wait, did we go over the scale? We did, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
cool.
For once, I did. Yeah.
Like
it
that.
was, I like that to start. And Chad?
Well, I don't think I'm going to surprise anybody here with what I'm about to say, so I'll just keep it short. Bad flavor, too spicy, don't like, hot, dog shit, hate that.
All right. A like and a hate. Much closer to Chad for sure. I think if they had, Geiger, you said something real important, and that's that you don't know what the flavor is because they
Right.
don't have a lot of flavor. The flavor is just hot. It tastes like just a tortilla chip, like a plain tortilla chip with a bunch of hotness on it. And that's
Yeah.
seems
Right.
to be a miss. It's too hot. I don't want to. I ate 3 chips and I don't want to eat anymore, and I can still taste it. You know what? I think it would be disliked just because I think it's too much. Dislike even if it had some flavor. I'm gonna have to double up with Chad. I hate these things. So
Yeah.
that's
I was well aware that was going to happen, I think. Yeah. Why don't you put some mint and coconut on there, too? You guys can both
I
shit
really
on that,
thought
too. They go great with a cup of coffee. Fuck you, Nick.
I didn't think it would be that bad. We've had some hot things that was fine. I didn't think it would
Yeah.
be as bad as it was. It needs flavor. Like it just needs some kind of flavor.
That's
so,
true.
Yeah.
You make a fine, like I said, I agree with what you're saying. I like that hot like flavor, but that you're right. It is literally just spice thrown on top of a regular chip.
And I mean, that's my main complaint about it too, but just let Novak say it for
So
me.
a like and 2 hates. We'll probably get beat out, but who knows? Let's move next to what should we do next? Choose? Let's do the choose. We gotta get the ginger to get that heat out of our mouth. So this is called Chimes Ginger Chews, the original Chimes, and it's a chewy ginger candy, but it's I guess mango flavored. I've never seen this package or anything like this before. I'm not sure where Des got it from, but to me, it's a new product.
This is a absolutely fascinating package. Like if you look at the back, it says Chimes is always smooth, energizing, and satisfying. And next to each of those, there's like this weird ass like psychotic moon face, you know, that kind of looks like this is gonna be a nerdy reference, but like the moon from Zelda Majora's Mask or something. And he's like making yep.
You get that, everybody?
And he just is making
Mask.
these like really weird ass faces. They have a peanut butter flavor, which could be good, but instead we're with mango. I'm excited to try these. This is something different.
I don't like the flavor of ginger, so I'm predisposing to myself to think I might not like these, but we'll give it a
ginger
shot.
is good in small doses, I think.
Yeah.
There are a lot of these in the bag. I don't know how many, but I would venture
They
to
smell
say
like
30
mango
or so.
to me when you open it up.
Yeah, that's true. They are pretty natural. It's the ingredients are just cane sugar, ginger, tapioca starch, and natural flavors. So it's pretty. I mean, it's a pretty natural snack. I think not much additive or anything like that.
I thought it was going to be a little harder consistency. I know it's a chew, but mine's very sticky.
Very soft and
it's
chewy.
Real chewy though.
Yeah.
Oh, mine seems like stiff. Like it's hard though.
That's what Slimer said.
It's like real stiff, like Egon's cock when he was getting sucked by. I only know 2 ghosts. Stay Puffed and Slimer are the only ghosts I know. Is there another one?
I don't think that movie has a lot of ghost names in it.
I think those are the only 2 named ghosts. Now I'm getting a little bit of heat, but I'm not actually sure if it's from the chew or from the leftover Dorito.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no, I think it's from the chew.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I'm getting it too.
So it's one of those things where it like starts off with the one flavor, like you get the mango, but then as you really get into it, that ginger, the heat from the ginger comes out and hits you.
And it's like a real tart mango too. It's like almost like sour. Not sour is the wrong way to put it.
And this is another candy. We've tried some of these that like it gets really stuck in your teeth, you know?
Ugh. I'll be honest, I spit it out. I saw you spit it out too, Chad.
Yeah, I spit it out. I'm now digging it out of my teeth.
Ugh. These are vegan, if that interests anyone.
Gluten-free.
They're also gluten-free. Yeah.
Ooh. All right.
It's a weird one.
That's
Chad, start us off.
Woo! Wow. Yeah, you know, I started off kind of liking them actually with the first couple bites. I was like, oh, these aren't too bad. They weren't anything great. The consistency was a little weird. And then that heat kicked in from the ginger, and it was just too much. And then the fact that it was like sticking in my teeth is just really off-putting. And then I spit it out, which is never a good sign. So, hate to be all negative, but I'm gonna give this one a hate dat too. This is, I think, the first episode where I've had 2 hate dats, and these are both
Way to go, Des.
really bad. Yeah, thanks for nothing, fan.
I feel so. I really do feel bad about this.
I know. I feel bad, but it's. I feel bad, but the flavor is bad. So there you go.
I don't know Des. I've never met her, but I already love her because she loves us. So I really hate to just take a total shit on these things, but they're terrible. They're terrible. The consistency is not good. The flavor, I agree with Chad. When my first 2 or 3 chews, I thought, okay, and then something went terribly wrong. These are worse than the Doritos to me. They're worse than the Doritos. It almost makes me wish I had given the Doritos a dislike.
Me too.
But
me too.
I'm gonna also give. It's sometimes 4 or 5 episodes between hates, and this is gonna be back-to-back hates. Hate that. Jaeger.
Oh, Des.
Do we have a flaming bag of dog shit, Jaeger?
You're very, very, very sweet, and I like you very much, and you're an excellent photographer. And I'm happy to see you at Christmas time. Not that happy to see you at snack time this time around. No, look, I like the Doritos, so you'd have you're in my good graces. It's miss one, hit one from me. These are not good. I told you before, I didn't say it before. I told you just now in the podcast that I don't like ginger. I told you at Christmas I said ginger, and I whipped it down and pissed all over it. So I think that's partially why I don't like it, because some of the piss leaked inside the bag, and it tastes like piss.
Right.
No, but I just don't like the taste of ginger. There's a little more mango than ginger, but it's a bitter mango, and like you guys said, there's something weird about it. It's maybe the ginger that just heats up. Like, I feel like my tongue reacted just as much to this, like in terms of heat, than it did to the chips, and I don't know why.
Oh, for sure.
It might be residual chip, like the acid brought it out, or something.
No, it's the ginger. It's the ginger.
No, it might be the chip. No, I'm kidding. That's fine.
It might be all the piss I drank earlier. I don't know.
It might be Slimer's nuts. Man, that's gonna get ground into paste pretty quickly here.
42, right. 42. Rate the product.
They're too. 42.
Rate the snack 42.
Oh, sorry. I thought that's how it goes. I would, similar to a dummy that I was trying to save the life of, grab these around the neck and throw them out into my front lawn. I am with you. We have a hate dat. There's a flaming bag of dog shit. They just don't. They're too bitter. They don't taste good. They're gooey.
Ooh, it's our 3rd ever flaming bag of dog shit, and that's.
Flaming bag of dog shit, more like flaming bag of Des shit. Am I right?
Okay, that's not right. My sister also gave us a flaming bag of dog shit, and I can't just dump all over her. Becky, piece of shit. No, I'm kidding.
There's a trend here about your family and friends.
No, look, you need to occasionally try things that are bad, because then it reinforces what you find out more what you like, right? It's like when you date somebody and it doesn't work out, now you've learned what you do like. And what I do like is whatever the fuck is not these pieces of shit. So,
I mean, look, if nothing else, if we're going to bag on things that were given to us out of the kindness of our heart by our friends and family, then we have integrity about our ratings. Because we could easily just bump it up.
We agreed ahead of time. We're going to crap all over these things. And then it will entice her to send more to just sort of like win us over finally, like with the 10th and 12th snacks that you sent.
Agreed.
So
yep.
All right, so Chad, you've got a segment. It's segment time.
Yeah.
Before we all talk about how these peanut butter cookies beat these other 2 snacks.
Sure. Okay, so the segment we're gonna do is a return of Mount Snackmore. So Mount Snackmore is something that we did in our sort of our year in recap episode where we looked at like our top snacks of the year. But here we're gonna take a category of snacking food, and then I've got 10 items. What we're gonna do is everybody's gonna rank all 10, and then we're gonna average the scores to pull out the top 4. and find out what the Mount Snackmore of this category is going to be. Make sense?
This has all the makings of me forgetting 10 things you named.
Exactly. That's the fun. All right. So, so the category we're doing today is fruits. So we're going to come up with the top 10 with the top 4 Mount Snackmore fruits. So here are 10 choices. And I tried to pick fruits that are like ones that you might actually buy to snack on. So it's not something that generally you would, eat in a more prepared way, like an avocado or something like that.
Uh-huh.
So here are 10 snacks: strawberry, apples, bananas, oranges, watermelon, cantaloupe, mango, grape, blueberry, raspberry. I'll just run them through again. Strawberry, apple, banana, orange, watermelon, cantaloupe, mango, grape, blueberry, raspberry. So we got to rank all 10.
Frantically writing them down.
Yeah. Oh, God. No. Watermelon. I have scribble, and a B.
Yeah. I can reread them again to you, but kind of be more fun if you didn't write them down.
Well, why don't you just go first, Chad? So we all have time to think about it.
Sure, absolutely. I will do that. All right. So for me, this is actually really tough. Between the top 2 here are going to be banana and watermelon. I think I'm going to go banana number 1 because I do try to eat a banana every single day. They're just really good. Easy snack to pick up and eat. Number 2, I'm going to go watermelon. I really love watermelon actually as a juice, though. Most of the time I'll take it and I'll throw it into the food processor, make it into some juice. It's fantastic. But just eating watermelon straight, like especially at a summer, picnic or 4th of July kind of thing, is awesome. Number 3, this might be a hot take for some people. Cantaloupe. I love cantaloupe. I think it's really, really good. Now, I know a lot of people can't stand cantaloupe.
Right.
But for me, that's an outstanding thing. 4, I'm going to go apple. Fuck you. Yeah, that was a good one. 4, we're going to go apples. Apples are excellent, but there is a lot of hit or miss with apples. Like a Red Delicious is a piece of shit. Honey Crisp, however, outstanding.
Correct.
Hard to beat a Honey Crisp.
He's exactly right.
Red Delicious is a piece of shit.
A Red Delicious apple would be absolutely at the bottom of this list.
I think Red Delicious are good. They're big and they're hard to eat. But
no.
All right.
What?
Granny Smith is the worst apple.
No one on the planet thinks Red Delicious are good. Granny Smith are good for pies, though. They at least have a use. You should never buy a Red Delicious ever.
Right.
Ever.
Correct.
Moving on. Number 5. I'm trying to decide between strawberries and grapes here for number 5. Think I'm gonna go grapes 5, strawberries 6. Then I'm gonna go orange 7. So now I'm down to, that's the cutoff for the ones that I actually like. The last 3 I don't like, and those are blueberries, raspberries, and mangoes. Mangoes are okay in certain situations, so I'll go mango number 8. God, blueberries and raspberries both suck. I think I'll go blueberry 9. Raspberries, maybe this is a hot take, I don't know, but raspberries are just an absolute piece of shit. Like all the little seeds and stuff. It's just so fucking annoying. They're not even good mixed into stuff. They like ruin flavors. So yeah. So just to recap, my top 10 in order: banana, watermelon, cantaloupe, apple, grape, strawberry, orange, mango, blueberry, raspberry. Who's next?
All right, I got mine ready. Number 1, banana. I eat 1 and possibly up to 2 or 3 bananas a day. So I heavily eat.
This man is a
bananas.
monkey.
Banana flavored stuff isn't always great. Like snacks that will have candy, banana flavored sucks. However, regular bananas are good. Things you put them in, banana bread, all amazing. 2, strawberry. Strawberries are great. Geiger, you're allergic to half the shit on this list, I know.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
You can either rate it, Geiger, as you used to like it, or now currently taking into account that.
3, watermelon. There's very little that's as satisfying as watermelon when you're a super hot guy like me. It's very satisfying to attractive people, is what I'm saying.
I remember when I was walking by you and you're just like sloppily eating a watermelon, and I was just like strangely aroused, and I had no idea why.
Right, and Slimer was sloppily eating me. Do you remember that?
Right, I remember all that. Dan Aykroyd was live just jerking it.
Number 4, grape. Are you writing these down, Chad? Do you need them?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, 4 is grape. 5 is apples. I do agree it's varied, but a good apple is good. 6, orange. Uh, 7, mango. I do still like a mango. I like most of all these except for 9 and 10. 8, blueberry. I don't love to eat them on their own, but I will. It's okay in like a fruit salad or something. 9, raspberry. I agree with Chad. I don't really like raspberries on their own much. And 10, way distant 10. If I could give it 20 or 30 on a list of 10, I would do that. Cantaloupe. Cantaloupe is dog shit. And there's a reason when there's a fruit tray at a party or work thing, and at the end of the day it's all green and orange because nobody wants to eat the cantaloupe or the honeydew. So Geiger.
I love that because then I'm like, oh, look at all this cantaloupe for me. That's great.
All right, so I'm in a bit of a weird spot, like Chad said. So this my list is kind of broken into 3 segments. So the top 3, there's a of the Venn diagram of I can eat it and I actually like it. There's 3 fruits on this list, so I ranked those 3 first. The middle section is the stuff I like, I just can't eat anymore. How
Things
I would
that will kill me.
And then the last, right, and then the last 3 are just I don't like them. Well, last 4 actually I don't like at all. So I realize that might skew the rankings, but unfortunately, if I can't eat it, it's really not. I can't put it in all faith at top spot. So actually, number 1, maybe it's a slight upset compared to your list. I love grapes. I really like, now to be specific, purple grapes or red grapes, actually, is what they call them. The green grape's a little bit tart, but I love like a nice, big, like round, juicy red grape. Those are tasty. 2 would be banana. In truth, I don't eat a ton of fruit just because I am allergic to so much of it. I'm more of a vegetable kind of guy, but if I were going to eat one, I have had bananas in like smoothies, and I've been eating them more at work. 3 would be orange. I like oranges. They're fine. I don't go out of my way to eat them, but they're fine. So that's the top 3 of the ones I can actually eat that I enjoy from this list. So 4, 5, and 6 are fruits I like. I just can't eat them anymore. So number 4 is strawberry. In all truth, if I could eat them, strawberry might be number 1. I just love strawberries. My kids love them. My family loves them. They're just delicious. I just can't eat them. So strawberries 4, although number 1 in my heart. 5 is apple. I do agree that there's a lot of different. Maybe we don't agree on which apples are the best, but I do agree that there are some that are good and some aren't.
What's
but
the best apple to you?
Okay. It's again shaded because I haven't eaten them so long. We grew up eating Red Delicious apples, so I that's the one I'm most familiar with. My kids eat.
Maybe it's a good thing that you're allergic to them now. It's like a blessing in disguise. You can eat dog shit like Red Delicious.
My kids eat a lot of like Brayburn, Gala apples. I never knew how many kinds of apples there were, so I started buying for the kids. There's all kinds of different kinds. Fuji apples they eat, so like kind of smaller, less like sharply tasting ones. Honeycrisp, I remember liking as a kid. That's the yellowish ones, right?
Those are good.
And then I like crab apples. I'm not sure how you like them apples. No.
You idiot.
Horse apples. That's actually shit. I don't like that. But no, Red Delicious is the one I grew up eating, and I do like them. So eat my asshole, guys. Sorry. 6 would then be raspberries. I don't mind raspberries. They're too tart. I mean, I wouldn't eat them by the fistful, but I don't mind them. I think they're good. I don't mind them, and I like raspberry flavored stuff. All right, so 7, 8, 9, 10 then are stuff I don't like. Blueberries, don't like. I remember being bummed out as a kid because my favorite color is blue, and the only blue food on earth I didn't like. So I'm not a fan of blueberries. 8, mango. I don't really have much mango. Those chews with the ginger in them didn't help. I was about to rate them number 1 and then spit that bag out and ran them down on the fucking 8 where they belong. Yeah. No, I don't like mango. And then 9 and 10, watermelon. I hate watermelon. I hate all melons, really. Wow. I hate cantaloupe. I hate honeydew. I just hate watermelon. It's gross.
Wow.
That is
the fucking seeds everywhere. I realize I am the vast minority here. I know a lot of people like watermelon. Watermelon can kiss my pale ass. I don't care. Fuck you, watermelon. Get out of my life.
Take.
And then finally,
I'm really angry at a lot of these fruits.
Swearing. Okay, I hate a lot of these fruits every 2 seconds. This fruit is dog shit. A Red Delicious is dog shit. Everything is dog shit.
No, yeah, the fruits you like, okay, but I mean the other ones are.
Cantaloupe is an affront to humanity. Cantaloupe is bitter has the weirdest taste ever. No one likes it.
I do.
Cantaloupe is shit. Yeah, Chad, fuck you. Cantaloupe's bad. You know it. I can't with cantaloupe. It is bad.
I can't elope even.
I can't elope. I would not elope with it. It's terrible. So that's the list. Now, quick question: is there a fruit on that it wasn't part of the options here that you actually really like say more than a fruit here? Like if I could eat it, I love pineapple. I can't eat it, for example. So like, is there a different fruit that you really
I like
enjoy
pineapple
eating?
Too.
Kiwi.
Most of my top fruits are on here. Like I like most fruits, like kiwis and I don't love peaches. That's a popular one we didn't put on.
I thought about putting that on
peaches.
and decided to leave it off.
Peaches are good.
Plums, I'm not a huge fan of.
Plums suck.
I can feel it.
Some weird fruits are like star fruit. You guys like star fruit?
Oh.
I'm trying to think. Yeah. I mean, like, I mentioned there was non-snacking fruits. Like, I love an avocado. You know?
Okay.
Right.
And, yeah, that's great. But
so who won?
All right,
let's hear it.
So let's count it up from the bottom. We'll start from the bottom and go up to the top. So the last place here with 8 total points is a raspberry. So raspberry at the bottom of the pile, well deserved, I would say.
Should be cantaloupe.
And then number 9 here is blueberry. So we didn't like either of those berries. And that got 9 points. Number 7 here with 10 points. Oh, sorry. We have so that was 10th and 9th. Then we have a tie for 7th place. 2 fruits with 10 points. One is cantaloupe, which I was the only reason that wasn't last, since you guys both ranked it last. And then also that was tied with mango, which also had 10 points. Next at 6th place with 17 points, maybe a surprising choice here, we've got orange. So orange a little bit lower than maybe people would have bet at the beginning. Okay, so now here's the problem. A Mount Rushmore or Mount Snackmore, we need to only pick 4, but we've actually got a tie for 4th place here.
Right.
So 2 snacks with 19 points. We've got apple and watermelon. Now, the problem here was Geiger bringing watermelon down.
Because it sucks.
So if we go based on just a vote, 2 of us prefer watermelon to apple.
That's it.
So we're going to put apple here at the 5th place, and the bottom of our Mount Snackmore is going to be watermelon. Then rounding out the rest of the Mount Snackmore, 3rd place with 21 points, we've got strawberry. 2nd place with 23 points, grape. And then the pretty clear-cut Washington position with 29 points, banana.
All right.
So our Mount Snackmore, banana, grape, strawberry, and watermelon. Those are the best 4 snacks. It has been
Grapes
decided.
are so sweet. They're hard to really hate. And I mean, so apple can be like the park ranger at the Mount Rushmore or something. They can have a prominent role in like the, I don't know, job in the front office. Or
Apple
something.
can be like, what is that? You know how there's like there's Mount Rushmore, and then there's like another mountain that is like a Native American warrior that like they started carving out, and it like, how do you guys know about this? I don't remember what it's called, but there's another one like nearby in South Dakota that they started carving out of a mountain that's like a Native American warrior, and they only got like half done, and I think ran out of funding. I don't know. Don't fact check me. I don't really care, but that's what Apple is. It's that.
Apple's our 5th best president. So whoever you think that is, I don't know. Trump? No.
Ooh.
That's the reaction I wanted.
Ooh.
I'm kidding.
Who is the best Who is the best of the original Ghostbusters? Geiger?
Kate McKinnon? I don't know.
Don't ask me. Bill Murray, just because he's funny.
I actually think it's probably Egon. I think Egon is.
Why do you think it's probably Egon? What's that? Is that Nerds Unite or something? What?
Wait, which one is Egon? I know the character. I can picture him in my head.
What's so funny about Egon?
The nerdy guy with glasses.
He's
the guy. Harold Ramis is the best Ghostbuster.
It's probably Bill Murray, really, but Harold Ramis is really funny in that movie.
That's not true. That's he's like the straight man. He's purposely the straight man.
He's got some like really funny facial expressions and stuff in that movie.
Dan Aykroyd wasn't all that straight in there. He's getting blown by Slimer. Or did that? Wait, it wasn't Slimer. You said
Venkman is the correct answer.
Yeah. It is definitely Bill Murray.
That's Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, were those 4 original guys in all 3 of the original? Wait, is there 3 original movies?
There's 2 original movies.
Okay, so they all reprised their characters throughout, right?
Yes.
It wasn't
in
like
both
they got
movies,
replaced.
yes. Yeah.
And then they made The new one with and I just read they're making another one. They're going to reboot it again.
Yes.
But not make it female, I think, is what they said.
Yeah, I don't know. They haven't released too many details other than that they're rebooting it again. And the guy who's directing it is the son of the original movie's director, Jason
Did you
Reitman.
see the new one?
I did. Was
it funny?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I like Kate McKinnon a lot in it. She's really funny.
All right, let's eat some peanut butter cookies and see how they are. This is the Grandma's peanut butter cookies. I actually see this Grandma's brand a lot, and I'm not sure I've ever actually had them or not. I may have, but I don't remember having them. But I do love peanut butter cookies.
I also ate a lot of Grandma's cookies back in the day, like especially when I would be on the road or whatever, and like on a part of a road trip or something, you stop over in a gas station for some food, and I would just grab some Grandma's. But it would always be like chocolate chip or chocolate chip, never the peanut butter.
I think they're a good, like peanut butter cookie is a good one for these kind of vending machine style cookies because they can be like kind of soft and mushy. Like whereas a chocolate chip cookie, I kind of want it to be a little crunchier, but these are meant to be kind of soft.
I love peanut butter cookies like this. Obviously the homemade or fresh baked ones from a bakery are much better than this. To no fault of this company who has to make a packaged cookie. But I do really like peanut butter cookies. With chocolate chips even better. This is...
Yep. I don't know what it is. Like, there's something comforting about like the fork imprints on the top of a peanut butter cookie. I don't know why I like that. It's a stupid thing to like, but
I was just wondering why, like, how that became a thing. Why everyone puts that on top of a peanut butter cookie.
That's a good question. I'll start us off. This cookie is very soft. I like a good soft cookie. Sometimes a processed cookie being soft can be a little off-putting for whatever reason, but I think it's a pretty good peanut butter flavor. It tastes about as good, I think, as you can make a packaged peanut butter cookie taste. A cookie like this. I could eat it. I probably wouldn't go out of my way to get it, but I like the flavor. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to give it a kind of low level like that. Geiger, what do you think?
Yeah, I echo a lot of what you say. I mean, it's a competently made cookie. It's hard to screw up a peanut butter cookie. There's not even that many ingredients in it, I would imagine. I mean, it's a little different because of preservatives and whatnot, but...
there's a super long list of ingredients.
Yeah, and it's just, if you're making actual peanut butter cookies, there's not a whole lot you can do to screw them up, I don't think. It's like sugar and peanuts and stuff like that. So, peanut butter, I mean. So, it doesn't have quite as strong a flavor as obviously a homemade one was. But like I said, I think this lends itself to that kind of softer vending machine cookie a peanut butter one does. The peanut flavor is fine. It's a quality. It's a mild like that. It's not fantastic. It's not. I wouldn't go out of my way to get one, but they're good. If someone handed me this as a party, I would definitely eat it.
All right, Chad, knock at the door.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that our fan Des has redeemed herself here a little bit with these cookies. So she can hold her head high that 1 out of 3 things that she sent us was edible. So congratulations on that incredible success rate. Look, these, like you guys said, these are really good as far as like if you're just judging them from like the sort of vending machine or gas station kind of thing. If my actual grandma gave me this cookie, for sure I would piss all over them. But from judging them from the source that they come from, I think these are tasty and a pinch. They would work. So again, just like you guys, very mild like that for these.
But that's actually like a family tradition at your house, right? Just pissing on the food at like holiday time and stuff.
That was your tradition.
Yeah. Yeah, you're the one where like aren't you the one where you like burned a bunch of pot roasts or something, and then you prevented them from being dry by just pissing all over them and then serving them to your family.
Yeah, just staring blankly.
I remember you telling us that story.
Yep. No idea what you're talking about.
So a mild like that, a mild welcome visitor. So they come to your house. Yeah, you're okay that they're there, but you're really hoping they don't stay that late, because you still have some Zelda to play. So
it's like someone else's grandma coming over. They're nice little old ladies, and they're innocuous enough, but they're not your grandmas. To get out after a while.
Yeah, it's like this grandma is only allowed to stay if she shows us her tits.
Yep.
That actually means she can leave if she does that.
Yeah. No, those are the options. It's tits or get the fuck out, right? Those are the two the options.
When it comes to grandmas, that's right.
Yeah. And my grandma is Slimer, so she will be staying up. So, Geiger, here's a question.
Yeah.
It's you. You're on the third floor of a building that alights on fire. So, a burning building. You're on the third floor. There's only two people in the building. It's you and Shaq. So,
right.
Who is more likely? So the building's burning down. Probably like the floor will fall apart and things like that. Who's more likely to get out less harmed or alive? You or Shaq? I don't think it's such an easy. You're both on the third floor.
Because he could like as he's running out, he could just hold up the building with one hand and just kind of walk out. Like he'll just bust through like just punch a window out and jump out. He's like a huge.
Shaq is stronger. Guy. There's no doubt he's stronger than you and we can probably like sustain a little more punishment.
No,
but he's a massive dude.
I'm also guessing he might be still faster
guy,
than me.
and even you're hitting your head on stuff. I mean, Shaq is powerful as he is. Can't defeat smoke inhalation. Like, so he can't just stand up and start running around, and it's hard for him to move around as it is. So I think, and he's heavy. Yeah. So if the floor starts to fall apart, he may fall through quicker than you.
Here's maybe how it breaks down. I think I might get out faster for myself. He could probably save more people using the Geiger method that's now being taught in fire schools, where he just grabs people by their face and hurls them out windows, and then they just jump onto like giant trampolines, because he could probably do that. Like he could pick up like 8 or 9 people under his arms and just carry them out. But yeah, maybe I could get out before Shaq. Again, what floor was he on? The same floor or one below?
The same floor. You're both on the third floor.
Okay. Oh, that might be a problem. So I could be trying to get out and just hit with a rampaging Shaq. Just, oh God, Shaq just like throws me into the wall as he's trying to get out.
Didn't he also like go through like police academy or something in Florida? Or I think I remember.
That's correct. He has like a deputy in Florida.
So he actually has some emergency response training, presumably, whereas you have anti-emergency response training, whatever the opposite is.
Shaq may have went through emergency response training, but I doubt he's adept at charging through a burning building to just get out with no
There was
equipment.
Actually some hilarious story I read where he was working with a like a cybersex crime unit or something of like people that were trying to entice like kids into having sex or child pornography or something like that. And so they were doing a raid on this house, and he was leading the charge, and he had the big thing that like busts the door open. So he like smashed the door and rushes in. And then they realized they had the wrong house. It was like supposed to be like 2 houses down or something. And I always picture some guy like just drinking his morning coffee. And Shaquille O'Neal bursts into his front door ready to arrest him, going like, what the fuck? Am I high? Oh, sorry, man, wrong house.
All right. Well, Geiger, why don't you tell people where they can contact us?
Yeah. So if you want to send us some snacks we can shit all over and make fun of you about for the rest of the episode, you can. Again, thank you very much, Des. We very much appreciate it. And we're very happy that you love the podcast. Please check us out on YouTube, on SoundCloud, on Stitcher. We have a Facebook group, You Tried Dat. Hashtag You Tried Dat on Twitter. On Instagram. We're everywhere you possibly want to be. Also, www.firesafety.com. You can learn some of my methods that I've developed over my half an hour half-assing a training exercise. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thanks, 42. So that'll do it this time, and we'll be back next time where we'll find out if Des can bring it a little bit of a stronger take this time and deliver some delicious snacks. We'll be back with Des Returns, part 2, when we'll be trying 3 brand new snacks.
Deuces.
Yep.